Welcome to the Getting Down with Digital Health podcast, sponsored by Mend. We hope to inform and inspire you on a wide variety of healthcare topics. We're grateful you're joining us today. And now, on with the show.
What up, everybody, and welcome to this episode of Getting Down with Digital Health. I'm your host, Brandon Worley, and today's guest is the co-founder and CEO of Mend, Matt McBride. What's up, Matt? Thank you for joining us today.
Worley, great to be here again. Should be a lot of fun.
We have a very exciting episode for you guys today. We're going to cover some tactics and hacks so you can help more patients via telehealth. We have a new ebook and webinar that we'd like to announce to all of you. We have a no-holds-barred tic-tac-toe competition that I've been training for. And finally, Matt is going to share an informative healthcare topic meant to inspire you to be as healthy as you can be. So, without further ado, Matt, let's talk about 3 to 4 highlights from the content of the ebook. You have several tips and tricks to help our audience help more people, which is, in general terms, what most folks got into healthcare for. So, for our audience, what do you recommend?
We've got 4 different tips here, so let's go through them. I think the first is thinking about virtual walk-ins or on-demand care. So, for example, maybe adding a virtual urgent care to a practice could be a way of bringing more new patients, establishing more patient relationships into a practice. It could also be a way to maybe allow for some walk-ins to fill any gaps in the schedule from late cancels or no-shows. So that could be a workflow that can be added to other workflows to complement and expand a telemedicine program. So something a little thought-provoking for people to think about. The next one is we recommend that staff or providers, whoever is going into the visit first, depending on your workflow, we recommend that they go into every encounter. And on the Mend platform, what that does is it's going to send an automatic nudge to the patient, letting them know that somebody is waiting there. So I think, having those nudges, we have a dialer nudge, we have another way to send text messages from the system. Those nudges can definitely result in helping more people, just in case somebody were to forget about an appointment last minute. The next on our list, a telehealth phone call reminder. Probably not a feature that a lot of people are thinking about or searching for, but there are definitely certain populations that don't check their text and email as often. And so what we've seen is we can place a phone call reminder the day before, 30 to 60 minutes before an appointment, just letting the person know, hey, it's almost time for your appointment. You're going to get a link in your text and email. You'll click the link, put in your date of birth. If you need any help, you can hit the help button, just sort of setting them up for success right before the visit. And so, in certain populations, we've seen dramatic shifts in no-show rates. So that telehealth phone call reminder can be very powerful. And then the last tip on the slide, a kiosk mode. So again, you don't have to just pick one workflow. Kiosk, on demand, these can all be part of a robust telemedicine offering. But that kiosk mode, that could allow you to load balance providers across different locations. You see a spike in a location. Perhaps you have, a screen and a camera and a mic, and you can tap providers that might be idle in other areas. Or kiosk modes could be great for setting up maybe satellite locations in, a complementary location somewhere where patients could be put in front of a kiosk for an appointment. It could also be a great way to just accommodate patients that don't have access to technology or just aren't comfortable with technology. They still want to come in, but it may make sense to access providers remotely.
Obviously, once the pandemic hit, the surge to virtual visits just absolutely exploded, and with it brought some of those same tendencies that tend to get patients and others maybe a little bit frustrated when they go to the doctor's office in person, where they're sitting in the waiting room. We've also seen some of that same thing replicated in virtual visits. Even though they don't have to travel, they still have to wait. So tell us what Mend has done to kind of turn that negative experience into a positive one.
Yeah, so I mean, the wait times can translate from an in-person setting to a virtual setting, right? Oftentimes, maybe providers are going back and forth between seeing people in person or virtual. So at least in a virtual, the patient didn't have to travel, right? So you've at least saved them on travel time. So now they could experience a short wait. So what we see across the platform is a little under 14 minutes in terms of an average wait time. So it's definitely still happening in a virtual setting. And so this is a great time to improve the patient experience. So during the pandemic, the Healthcare Coalition studied patient satisfaction for telemedicine. And so they aggregated data all over the place, and patient satisfaction was around 79%. So, it's decent, that's a C plus in school, right? But, a lot of people were, scrambling to put things together. We started introducing this enhanced virtual waiting room experience. So we started to take advantage of this time, and we put different educational videos in the virtual waiting room. So we have TED Talks, and we have, all kinds of different content, specialty specific content. And so now the patient can learn something, right? They can learn to become a little bit healthier, learn about meditation, or learn about different things while they're waiting. And what we saw is an actual 23% delta in patient satisfaction, right? So we didn't handpick, one account. We can look across all of the patient ratings, and we see about a 23% difference in patient satisfaction. So if you want that A in patient satisfaction, the enhanced virtual waiting room is the way to go. It's also able to support custom content. So I think this is a space that should really be taken advantage of. What other ways can your organization help or serve the patient, right? How can they become healthier? What else might be beneficial to them? So you can actually add your own custom content to this experience too. So it works on mobile, it works on any device. And so this experience is definitely taken patient satisfaction ratings to the next level for customers, and is something that's very exciting that we offer.
For the audience, Matt, can you just let them know about some of the larger organizations who have marketing teams? How could they leverage this feature?
Yeah, so I mean, we can put lots of different content in front of the patient while they're waiting. So if there were different advertisements that the marketing team wanted to run, we can run marketing campaigns. So there can be little 30-second commercials, maybe that you're already running in market. We can have banners, digital banners that can display around the content. So yeah, there's opportunities for the marketing team to get involved too. When we look at all of our data for 2021, okay, more than 18 years of time was spent waiting. So you've got a captive audience. So literally 18 years were spent in 2021 waiting. I mean, let's educate people. Let's inform people. Let's provide something a little entertaining and beneficial. And when we do that, we see dramatic results and patient satisfaction.
Yeah, thank you very much. I know that's something that, our customers and our prospective customers have been very excited about. So thank you for elaborating on that, Matt. As a company, it's very important to us to always be looking for opportunities to take the learnings that we've gathered and educate our current and prospective customers. So I know we're very excited about the ebook that we just launched and the webinar that we just held. The webinar's topic was 19 massive telehealth learnings after over 4 million telehealth visits in 2021. I know we had a record attendance for this one. Matt, can you just talk a little bit more about that and how folks that are interested might be able to access that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll have the webinar on demand. We've got the ebook. The ebook has some bonus content in it because we provide all of the context. So, anything that we're saying in the webinar is covered, plus all of the slides. And then we do have some bonus tips in the ebook as well. But if you just go to men.com, click on resources, you've got access to all of our webinars, all of our ebooks. It's not sales material, right? Like, these are 19 learnings, tips, tricks, best practices from all over the industry, from working with all sorts of different customers. So it wasn't written to sell anything. It was written to really put some valuable content out there into the market that will help people. And so you can definitely take advantage of that. Men.com resource section.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Let the drum roll begin. I think it's contest time.
Today, we've got a little tic-tac-toe, best of 3. Here's what we'll do. Best 2 out of 3. Okay. But if the first 2 games are a scratch, then it's just, one final winner takes all.
Got it.
So instead of X's and O's, we've got our suns and moons here and our tic-tac-toe board. Very official.
All right. Well, since you're wearing red and I'm wearing blue, you can be sun and I can be moon.
All right. Would you like to go first?
Yeah, seniority rules. I'll take first.
Right.
I'm older. So let's go moon, bottom left corner.
You want this one here?
Yes, sir.
There we go.
There we go.
All right. Corner position. I mean, that's a strategic position there. We'll see what you do with the corner spot.
All right. Then let's go blue moon, top left.
Right here?
Yep.
I feel a cat's game already. Let's see.
Blue moon, bottom right.
Oh, man.
Got you.
Got me. Oh, man. Can I do this?
If you just want to give up now, it's fine.
All right. One's on the board for Whirly.
All right. So next one. All right. Let's go. Blue moon, bottom left.
All right.
All right. Bottom right.
Let's see here.
Moon, top middle.
You sure? I mean, this spot looks okay.
Yeah. And blue moon, middle left. Cat's game.
You said middle left. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll move on. All right. Now maybe, we switch things up here. So you got one win on the board, so you can, take the whole thing, but maybe I'll start things off this time.
Why don't you? Okay, let's go moon in the middle. Moon in the top left.
Here.
Yep.
Oh, things just got a little interesting.
Moon in the middle. And you got me.
Oh man. We didn't account for the one, the 1-to-1.
We did not. So I think
we should definitely finish this one off. I mean, definitely.
All right.
So look, it's a tie. We might, we're both winners today.
Yep. We will push to the next competition. Since you did such a nice job with that, and since you care so much about winning that game, let's talk about how you care about other people and your desire to always leave folks with a informative healthcare topic that's meant to help them live happier and healthier lives. So what do you have for us today? What tip do you have for us today, Matt?
Today we got to talk about vitamin D.
Do you know what does not like vitamin D?
I do not.
COVID.
This is true. This is true. I think can definitely help with COVID. Pretty inexpensive, pretty accessible. But where I learned about vitamin D a while back is my doctor is a big fan of Dr. Rhonda Patrick. And Dr. Rhonda Patrick studies the metabolism. She's like a walking encyclopedia of every research study around metabolism and knows, all the genetics and is just a wealth of information. So she was asked, if there was one supplement, like if you were just going to take one supplement, what would it be? And she said vitamin D, because vitamin D is involved in the expression of over 2,000 genes in your DNA. So there isn't anything that you could take that would have, or really do, that would probably have more of an impact, a positive impact than taking vitamin D. And then of course, a lot of people started looking at it around COVID, and it's actually something that all of these, a lot of doctors test for now. They check your vitamin D levels because, we don't get enough sun, there's sunscreen, there's, all sorts of different factors. But vitamin D is fat soluble. So you got to take it with food so that you can absorb it. And then it basically becomes a hormone. Your body converts it from a vitamin into a hormone that's used for all kinds of different things. So here's some of the things that Dr. Rhonda Patrick says are influenced positively by vitamin D. Your bones, your muscles, your immune system, oral health, can help prevent diabetes, hypertension, can help you lose weight, depression, risks of certain cancer, and COVID. So basically everything, you just, definitely, I think, again, something affordable, accessible, easy to take. But, you do want to consult a medical professional, have your levels checked, make sure you're not taking too much. so on and so forth, but definitely something that will hopefully help some people.
My wife has me take vitamin D every day. So thank you very much, Matt, for sharing that with us today. And that pretty much concludes this episode. So as always, we'll provide links to everything discussed in this episode in the show notes. Please feel free to hit us up with any questions you have in the comments. In the next episode, we'll be talking about 5 different telehealth studies. Please make sure to like and subscribe to this channel. And thank you, everyone, for watching. Take care.
Thank you for watching today's episode from the Getting Down with Digital Health podcast. To learn more about Mend or to access more content, please visit mend.com.